Okay, so this week we've been looking at attacks from side control. The first thing we're going to look at here is how to beat the frames once we're in side control. So if I have a nice tight chest-to-chest position, the two frames my opponent is looking for is one on my hip and another cross-face controlling my shoulders. So let me get back to my tight pin. So usually the first one that's going to come in place is this one on my hips. And if I can, I'll just keep my head nice and close to the shoulder, make it difficult for my partner to get their crossface. Go ahead, try. Okay, with my tight head connection, that'll be difficult. And now I'm just going to have to worry about this bottom frame. So from here, I can start to switch my hips, and I can either look to pass the hand down and step over for our scissor position here. Or if that's too difficult, I can start to bring a knee on and come inside to get a shin pin position. Usually I would look to trade off to my top leg, but I can effectively pin with either leg. Okay, so oftentimes I'm not going to be able to stop and my partner is going to end up with both frames at once. In this scenario, I'm going to deal with the crossface before I deal with the frame on my hips. So from here, to take some heat off the crossface and prevent their escape, I'm going to move my head up and a bit outside their body. This is going to give me space to feed an inside bicep tie, and I can lock my hands and put some pressure on their crossface so that it's difficult for them to follow my head and shoulders. This is going to allow me to pummel my head inside and remove that crossface. Now again, I'm going to keep my head nice and close so she can't get it back. And from here, we just deal with the frame on my hips in the same manner that we've just witnessed. Okay, so now we'll look at a situation where I don't start with a tight chest-to-chest pin. So we're going to deal with the top crossface in a little bit of a different manner. So if I'm in a situation where there's a lot of space between our torso, I don't have my own crossface, I'm not going to be able to use the finger-to-finger method to beat this crossface. Instead, from this position, I'm going to look to bring my head forward and to the near side, to the same side as my hips. As I move my head, my shoulder is going to hit my partner in the elbow to take some of the heat off this crossface. So I'm in tight, I feel pressure on my neck. Go ahead. I'm going to turn and bump my shoulder up nice and high. From here, if they're still intent on pushing my face, I'm going to grab this wrist and threaten an Americana. And most partners are going to take that out right away. And now from this position, we can look to deal with the frame on our hips the same way as we did previously. So here's a bonus technique that I really like to settle down an explosive partner so you have more time to work into your chest-to-chest position. So anytime that your partner is working towards their side, you'll have a chance to lift them with your crossface and sneak an arm underneath into a body lock so that now I can really put pressure onto their ribs and attack their breathing. From here, they're going to usually try and push into their crossface, which is going to give you a chance to take your crossface hand and get that low on the ribs as well. And then move into a chest-to-chest pin. And from here, you work your way up towards a higher position before you start to deal with the crossface.